Welcome to Beach Park District 3's Beyond the Bell, the podcast where we connect with the incredible people in our district and share the stories that make our culture unique. I'm your host, Gabe Capozzo, the Director of Human Resources. Each week, we share the stories that define our culture and celebrate the dedicated professionals who make Beach Park District the place where educators truly want to stay and grow. Today is absolutely no different. I was first introduced to our guest about 5 years ago while he was working for our before and after school champions program. However, it was during the summer program that I first saw his dedication to students. And since that time, I've been able to watch him transition from a valued partner with champions to the cornerstone of Kenneth Murphy Elementary's team. He officially joined the district in January 2024, and he's been wearing many hats ever since. So without further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Taylor Hagglund to the show. Taylor, hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you would spend a little bit of time with me today and letting our community and our families all get a chance to meet you and learn a little bit more about you. I'm so glad you took this time out of your day. Your journey is such a testament to Beach Park's commitment to just recruitment and our investment that we have in our staff to continue to grow. So I figured the best place for us to start is to get an opportunity to meet you. So we met when you were with Champions. Could you just share your journey of your career that led you from that organization to realizing that you wanted to become a member of the Beach Park family? How'd you get here?
Well, honestly, it all started with when I realized I wanted to work in childcare, which was back in high school. My senior year, I did the Lake County Tech campus and was able to work with kids there, which shaped me into wanting to go into that childcare role, to which then I went from going to high school to Champions, working with the kids there, realizing I like school age better than I like preschool when I taught preschool. And then from there, I went into working at the park district part-time and also getting to know our previous principal, Miss Gedkin, through that program and some of the other teachers through that program. And then they actually convinced me to come work at Beach Park in the lunchroom. And once I worked in the lunchroom for a little bit, when I first joined Beach Park, I realized I love the kids here. I love the community. I love the staff here. And I was able to get a full-time role as a TA.
Okay.
And I was excited. It was super exciting.
Yeah. So in the Champions program, when you were working with Champions, did you work in other districts or was it just Beach Park?
So I worked in the Woodland School District, I worked in Antioch, and I worked Beach Park. I got moved all around, but Beach Park was by far my favorite.
Was there something in Beach Park District when you chose us that set us apart from the other districts, and that's why you decided to build your career here with us?
Honestly, I think what set Beach Park apart from the rest was how closely I could relate to the kids.
Okay.
Because the way that a lot of these kids' dynamics are and the dynamics of the district is very similar to the way that I grew up. So being able to connect with the kids in that sense too, it made Beach Park the best choice.
Oh man, that's an awesome answer. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. So when you walked into Kenneth Murphy Elementary for the first time in January of 2024, what was the one thing that made you feel like you were home and you made it the right decision?
Honestly, I think once I got to meet all of the staff and getting to build those relationships with the kids, I'm like, this is it. This is where I want to be for the rest of my career.
Nice.
The kids are the best. I mean, all kids and staff have their ups and downs, but the kids by far always bring a smile to my face, and the staff as well. We're just one big tight-knit community at this building, and we all have each other's backs. We all look out for each other, support each other, and there's not many places you can find that, so I definitely wouldn't want to lose it.
Man, I can totally agree with you there. For our audience, I had the unique, grateful opportunity to be a principal in that building for 6 years, and I've also had the opportunity to work in all the buildings. They're all fantastic, but there was just really something special when I got there that they embraced me as a new administrator and took care of me as a new administrator, and they didn't let me fail. And we all rose together. So to hear what you just said, it really resonates with me. It's a place that's very close to my heart as far as the history of me working in the district. And to hear you say those things makes me feel like it's exactly like it was when I was there. And man, I know that feeling. That's got to feel so good.
Oh, yeah. It feels amazing, and I mean, you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the building, like, you're not very far,
Yeah.
but I definitely feel like I've only been with the district for 3 years now, but out of these 3 years, there really hasn't been much change at all
Yeah.
other than growing and becoming a closer community.
Yeah. So looking back at your own K-12 experience, was there a specific teacher or coach or adult in your life that someone who role modeled for you that got you to a place, at education and why you wanted to be in this setting?
I mean, there was quite a few teachers in my life that pushed me towards childcare, like looking back on it. Some of them I didn't have the greatest experiences with. My third grade teacher, I did not have a great experience with, and we never got along. I think it's because we were both redheads and we butt heads. But I would say my sophomore year, there was one teacher, his name was Mr. Leach. He was a study hall teacher for academic recovery class because I was not doing great in high school, and he pushed me to do my best, and he pushed me to thrive and work hard for everything that I want and showed me what that looks like. And he is part of the reason why I wanted to go into childcare is to be able to do what he does and help support the kids in growth and show them like your hard work pays off. You got this.
Yeah, that's awesome. I hope that he's around and somehow what you just said makes his way to him. If you have a connection with him, you should send this to him and just say, "Hey, I want to let you know
I
I
think
did."
I still have his email. I might send it to him.
Yeah, that's awesome. What would you say was the biggest shift for you mentally when you moved from your role at Champions to being a full-time staff member at Kenneth Murphy in the role that you currently have?
I would say the biggest mental shift would be how much more support you have. It champions in the daycare world, you kind of have to handle it all. You have to engage with parents. You have to handle all the behaviors. You have to make sure that everything's planned. Everything's on you versus when you get into the school system, there's the principal to support you. There's other teachers to help support you. There's other TAs. There's all these other people that you can share the load. It doesn't all have to be put on your shoulders. And I think that was kind of a breath of fresh air. It took a lot of getting used to because I was so used to having to do it all myself, but it was kind of a breath of fresh air of like, okay, I don't have to do it all. I can share the wealth and I still know I'm doing a good job.
That's really great perspective. You support Kenneth Murphy Elementary in a ton of different ways, and it seems to be that your position has really evolved over the time that you've been there. Could you describe or give our audience some perspective on the many hats that you wear there?
Well, I mean, my main role is PE teaching assistant. So I help with our gym teacher, Miss Parney, all the time in the gym as much as I can. But I'm also part of our CPI team. So I get pulled to help with kids who may need a little extra support with their emotions. I have taught zones of regulation. So to help the kids regulate their emotions, I am also part of the CPR team. So if we ever an emergency, I respond to that. I do guided reading with kindergarten groups first thing in the morning, and I get to help the kindergartners learn how to read, and they've come a long way with it. I wear all the hats. I throw myself into anything I can do, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that everybody is willing to accept my help.
Yeah. Man, that's fantastic. It's almost like you're an EMT for the building. You got crisis prevention intervention, zones of
Yep.
regulation, and CPR and chance of a crisis. And then you get kindergarten, which is awesome. Like, though, talk about pie-eyed children who the sky is the limit, and you get to impact them that way. That's great. Let me ask you. So you got hired on as a physical education paraprofessional to support just the
Yep.
high number of students that were working through PE because kids were getting PE every day.
Right.
How do you think that unique vantage point for you helped build relationships with students across all the grade levels at KM?
Well, I think the biggest thing it was because I saw every kid every day that year.
Yeah.
And so I was able to get to know the kids. And even though most of the time we had double classes and we had like 45 kids in the gym all at once, I was still able to take some time out of my day to talk to all the different kids and get to know them, get to know their personalities, and especially the kids who struggled to regulate their emotions a little bit more and stuff. I was able to work with them more to help them, to guide them on the right path of, all right, you're getting frustrated. Let's sit down. Let's take a few deep breaths. think about what's upsetting us, what can we do to help, move on. And even some of those kids I had I also did SAGE groups, which was like a social group. And I had them in those groups as well to be able to help them work through their emotions to teach them how to thrive as they get older.
Yeah, that's awesome. You just get this unique opportunity when you're in any special, if it's PE, art, the library, you're getting to see all these kids. You get to meet all
Yeah.
these dynamic learners where teachers tend to just get to know their kids, right? And over time, through years, you run into different kids in the building, but that's really special and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, is it possible to learn every kid's name?
Yes, I know every kid's name, every adult's name that works in the building, even adults and kids in other buildings as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
outside of here, I also still work for the Gurney Park District, and I know all the kids' names there as well. Like, it's possible to know all these kids' names. It's challenging, and sometimes it gets mixed up, but I'm able to learn and all the kids' names and recognize. I'm better with faces than names, honestly. So
yeah.
once I see the face, I'm like, "Ooh, I got it."
Yep. Oh, man, that's like over 300 children, so that's
This
super
year we have
impressive.
290.
290, yeah. I'm super impressed. That's just fantastic, and I know that it matters to them. It matters to the kids. When they see you, I'm sure they light up. And then when you can say a kid's name, it's so powerful.
Yeah. I mean, they smiles that come to these kids' faces is honestly unmatched. Like, just the little things. We recently just had St. Patrick's Day, and me being my wild self dressed up as a leprechaun for it. And the smiles on these kids' faces was like no other.
I mean, I gotta imagine they thought you probably were a real leprechaun. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
play it off, right? Especially with kindergartners.
Yep. Well, and a leprechaun went around to every single classroom and left a green necklace and 2 gold coins on each of the kids' desks. All
Beautiful.
290 kids.
Dude, thank you for that. Legit. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So shifting gears a little bit, you are an inaugural first run student in Beach Park's new teacher apprenticeship program through Bloomboard and Lake Erie College. How would you say that if you want to talk a little bit about what it's like, how would you say that the district's investment in your certification maybe has changed your perspective on your future with us?
I would say, first of all, Bloomboard program was a great opportunity. And honestly, I was pushing off going back to school for a long time because I didn't want to quit my job. I'm better at working and I wanted to stay working, but I also wanted to further my education so that way I could do better at work. And this program, when the opportunity first came to me last year when it was introduced,
Yeah.
I was thrilled and I'm like, yes, sold. I want it. This is exactly what I was hoping for. This is what I was waiting for. And doing the program this year, I've had some challenging moments, especially I struggle with pacing myself and getting all my assignments done in a timely manner. But being able to do that and work towards it and seeing just how much knowledge I get from that program and how much it'll benefit me staying within the district and becoming a teacher. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. It's a great program. I'm grateful that I have that opportunity to be able to do it because I know not everybody got that chance.
Yeah.
And I think that anybody who has the chance to do the program should do it 100%.
That's
It
awesome.
it mean it does nothing but benefit you.
Yeah. I just want to tell you personally, I'm super proud of you. And for our audience who doesn't know what Bloomboard is, it's we had this unique opportunity to work with a company who partners with different colleges, and it allows paraprofessionals to go back to school to get their teaching certification. And through the program, they don't have to stop their career to do student teaching. And if you don't know what education is like and getting a teaching certificate, there is months where you stop, go unpaid, and you do your student teaching, come back in and you get your certificate and you go to work. It's very difficult. Clearly, it would be difficult for especially adults. And this program that we've been able to offer has allowed our paraprofessionals to start, and correct me if I'm wrong, Taylor, kind of your student teaching in the classroom every day,
Yeah.
building out a portfolio based education that's hands on with the students and completing the student teaching while you're actually doing the work during the day, maintaining your income, and at the end, getting your teaching certification.
Yeah, that hit it spot on. I mean, that's exactly what it's like, and I love being able to do my schoolwork at work, and it's also, like, some of the kids are aware that I am in school for teaching as well. And I have kids ask me, like, do you have more school assignments that we can help you with? And the fact that they want to see me grow, I think makes things even better for me because the kids are excited and the kids want to keep me around and want me to be a teacher and get this accomplishment.
I'm in love with that. And I'm going to be the guy that's going to be super excited when you apply for a teaching position and you just further your career with us because it's not just about, we're investing in you, but we're also investing in ourselves as a district to make sure we have a pipeline of highly qualified, certified teachers that know our kids already. On top of it all, you're going to walk into a position and know the people, the kids, and have this connection, which is
Yep.
awesome. So how would you say being a student yourself in your college courses has changed the way that you empathize with the students you're supporting every day at school?
I would say being a student myself, like I was always a tough student as a kid, and even still now being a student is tough, especially because having to learn myself while also teach these kids, it's a struggle to find that balance, especially with the student aspect, because I'm like, I know this stuff, and then I read it and I'm like, oh wait, I don't know this stuff. So I can see where the kids are struggling a little bit with some of the things that we teach them because it's like they think they know it, but then we show them what it is and they're like, oh, wait, I don't actually know it. And
Yeah.
I'm going through the same thing. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't actually know that. I didn't know that fact. And it's definitely a great reminder that no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, there's always something new you can learn and there's always a different way of approaching things.
Totally agree. That's a spot on answer. That was a great answer right there. Yeah, that's the truth. Is there a specific interaction, like a win that you've had at KM, let's just say this year, that confirmed that you're on the right path towards your teaching certificate and becoming a certified teacher?
There's been a lot of moments this
Okay.
year that the kids, I mean, because I see all the kids and the kids are great.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest moments for me this school year was taking some of the stuff that I have learned and like some of between working here and in Bloomboard, just with more so the SPED area and working with some of our special education kids that we have at the building and seeing how much growth they've had and how my relationship with them has helped de-escalate some of their frustrations.
Yeah, man, that's great for you. I love that you're experiencing that. I'm glad that you can share that with the people who are listening. We talked about it a little bit, Kenneth Murphy, and my experience, clearly your experience. It's a distinct, special place, and it's got a lot of supportive energy, as you stated. In your own words, what do you think makes the KM school special to work with every day? What's the most unique piece?
I would say it's all the people. Like, no matter how tough our days are, we always have each other's backs, both students and staff. And even when it's been a very frustrating day, especially like right before breaks and long weekends and stuff, where everybody's just kind of checked out. They're like, all right, I'm ready to be on break. I'm ready to have this break. I need it. My brain is overloaded. It's fried. But even with these tough days that we always support one another and we always have the ability to look out for one another.
Yeah. How about Mr. Varsati? He's a new principal this year. You're wearing a lot of hats. You just went through them all, dude. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and I'm like, it's totally impressed. Outside of just you going to school right now, like all the hats you're wearing is a big deal. How would you say that your administrator has supported you with the apprenticeship, the need for you to probably be in multiple places? What do you feel like the support's like?
Well, Mr. Barsati, he is amazing. I mean, I knew him. So, backstory, I knew him when I was in middle school.
Oh my
He was
gosh!
an eighth grade social studies teacher at the middle school I went to when I was in eighth grade. So,
Wow.
I I didn't have him as a teacher, but I had interactions when he did something called a peer jury.
Yeah.
And I was a part of that and had interactions with him, and he was a great guy. And then when I found out that he was going to become our principal, I was thrilled because his methods of going about things are amazing. He is wanting to implement the house system,
Yeah.
and we are implementing the house system right now, which is going phenomenal. And I'm seeing how much the kids are tying into it. And I feel like it has improved things around the building. But he also he checks in with me constantly. He's like, what can I do to help you? What can I do to support you?
Yeah.
What can I do to help you with your schoolwork? Do you need any support with your schoolwork? Like, he is constantly checking in and constantly willing to do whatever it takes to support all of the staff in this building, not even just me. There's never a day where he's not like, I can't do that right now. He's always like, yeah, let me get on that. Give me some time, but I'll get it done.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad that that's been your experience. I guess that question could have totally set him up for a huge fail.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Oh.
start thinking about these questions a little bit more.
No, he is done phenomenal.
That's great.
And I don't think there's many people there. I'm sure there is, but I don't think there's many people that can top him
That's
in what
great,
he's
man.
done.
Oh, that's great. He's gonna love that and so honest and there's a little bit of rawness to that. Like when you first saw him, did you guys connect that you had past experience?
So I did bring it up to him when I first saw him, but I mean, when you've been in the teaching field in childcare for
Yeah.
so long, it's
Yeah.
kinda hard to remember every single face. So he didn't remember me specifically, but he remembered my group of kids from middle school, and he remembered the group of kids that he had for the pure jury program, and so he's like, "Yeah, I remember you guys were great." So he didn't remember me specifically, but he remembered the group of people I was with.
Yeah, it's always how you make someone feel. It's not what you taught them sometimes, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we gave him a run for his money too. We were not always the best group of kids either.
I believe that. Listen, if he didn't remember you then, it was probably a good thing. You still were at his good graces. You know how it is. Sometimes when you know the kid's name, it's like, I probably shouldn't know your
Yeah.
name when there's a
Yep.
lot of kids. If you had to boil it down, what you love most about KM, the students, in a single word or phrase, what would it be?
Probably family. We are like a family here.
Love that.
I mean, like I said before, we all support each other, we all look out for each other, and we all go through a lot together, both ups, downs, lefts, rights, all arounds. And no matter what, we always pull through in the end.
Yeah. You want to take this opportunity? Is there a colleague or a specific team member at KM that's inspired you, helped you grow, and you want to give a shout out to?
I would say that there are two people off the top of my head. The first one is obviously Parney. She is the gym teacher and she has had my back from when I started in the gym, and she's taught me a lot. She showed me new tactics and we've grown a lot. So I would
Arnie.
say Parney is probably one of the biggest people to help support me and show me things. And she's also my mentor for the Bloomboard program. So she's showing me a lot with that as well and helping me out a lot with that.
Okay.
But the other person would probably be Christy Steiden. She is a firecracker, but she speaks her mind and she lets you know what's up. She guides you in all the best ways, but if you're doing something wrong, she will let you know right away, but also work with you to figure out how to improve upon that.
Yeah.
And she's had so much experience within the district and also being part of the union. Like, it's just, she is another person that has helped out a lot.
All right. Well, I guarantee you they'll both thank you for that. Let's do some fun, quick fire questions here. If you weren't heading towards a career in teaching, what would be your alternate dream job?
That's a tough one. I mean, I bounced around a lot when I was a kid as to what I wanted to be, but I think if it didn't require so much education, I would want to be in like the veterinary world.
Okay.
I love working with animals as well as kids, and
All right.
sometimes they're one and the same.
Yeah.
But
I was just going to say, depending on the day.
yeah, but I would work with animals for sure.
All right. I like it. Let's see. If you what's your go-to energy boost for the day?
I mean, other than the people that I surround myself with, I normally have an energy drink or a coffee in the morning that helps me keep the smile on my face.
All right. What's the energy drink?
Celsius.
Oh, Celsius. Okay. A specific
Yeah.
flavor?
Pink lemonade.
All right. And how about coffee? Just black? You like cream?
I usually
Sugar?
do either the Hershey's chocolate caramel creamer or peppermint mocha.
All right. Yeah, you got it locked up. You had all the
Yep.
answers. Okay, nice. Good job.
I got all the things.
I love that. All right. So outside of lesson plans and college modules, what's one hobby or talent that you have that might surprise your students and the staff?
I do a lot with paracord, which is like parachute rope. I can make paracord bracelets, belts, collars, coasters, people, all the different things.
That's awesome. Are you watching anything, binge watching anything, or books, reading?
I have been reading quite a few books lately, but I would say that the one that stands out the most it's more of a young adult book, but it's called The Land of Stories. The whole series is a phenomenal series.
All right, great. How about the best piece of advice you've ever received?
That's tough, but I would say probably one that's phenomenal would be if you work a job you truly love, you will never work a day in your life. And
Truth.
that stands true. Like, I love my job here and I don't feel like I'm working a day in my life.
Man, great answer. Wow, great answer. All right, last quick one. What's the best concert you've ever attended? Where was it? Who was it? And why was it the best?
Up in Milwaukee, I went to a Pitbull concert with T-Pain opening for him.
Okay.
And I mean, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, he's just a great artist himself, and it's just a party all the time. So it was nothing but fun.
All right. Anything I didn't ask you want to share with the group?
No, I don't think there's anything else. I
All
think I
right.
shared all.
Yeah, you did a great job, man. Listen, Taylor, you're wonderful. And man, you are wearing a ton of hats. I'm so glad I asked that question and you got to share it. I had no idea, honestly.
Thank
So
you.
I'm so grateful for you. I still stand behind the fact that I'm super proud of you for the work you're doing to invest in yourself. I know it's not easy, man, and that is a courageous thing to even jump into. So thank you so much for sharing your journey, the work that you've done with Champions with Kids, to your apprenticeship program in our district, to the current job that you have. And I mean, it's obvious, man, sky's the limit for you. Like
Yes.
no one can hold you back. You are on the pathway to greatness and you're doing great things now. Your commitment to KM, man, your professional growth, it's exactly what the Beach Park difference is all about. We can't wait to see you at the front of the classroom very soon. It's going to happen before you know it.
I know time is already flying by, but I want to thank you too for giving me all the opportunities that I've had so far, because
Yeah.
you've been a big part of that too, even in
Oh,
your
man.
role, not even just because you are the director of HR, but just you've had a huge impact on my career as well. And the smile on your face and the check-ins that you give me, it's always been amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That was unexpected. Thank you so much for that. I just see greatness in so many people that we have here, and you are one of them. And man, you're doing the work. Like, that's the piece of it. None of these things that you're getting and doing are handouts. You are doing the work. And I just want to say to everybody that's listening, particularly our staff, you're all doing the work. And we see the work that everyone is doing, and we're so proud. I am so proud of the things that we do for kids, for our staff, our community, our stakeholders. The Beach Park is an unstoppable place. It's why I've been here for 20 years, and I just can't get enough of it. And that's the inspiration behind the podcast, is sharing like stories about that you just shared are so powerful to me. It's why I started the show. And I just love the fact that now our community gets to meet you as well. So I want to ask our listeners, if Taylor's story didn't inspire you, man, I don't know what's going to, honestly. Like, it's inspiration. Please like and subscribe and share the channel with your friends and our community, your kids. I mean, they're all kid friendly. These are the people who work here. Like and subscribe. We're on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, obviously YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on social media. And if anyone is interested in becoming a member of our family, this is what Beach Park is all about. You can go to www.bpd3.org, find the employment page, see the opportunities that are being posted now, that'll be posted throughout the rest of the year. We want you to be part of our family too. We don't treat anybody differently. We want the best for absolutely everybody. Or anything for the good of the order on the way out of here. Taylor?
I would say just shoot for the stars and you'll get whatever comes your way. It all will circle back, and most of the time it's good karma.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you get out more than I think you put in. And when you put in 100, you're going to get it back. No question.
Yes.
You're a testament to that, man. That's a great way to end this episode. Well, at that point, I think it's time for you and I to just say goodbye to our audience.
Yep. Well, thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, you are welcome. Take care, everyone.